So a big mistake I see a lot of you guys making with overcoming your social anxiety is you take the first couple of steps, which is great, like you come to a Fearless event, or you might do a 2-hour coaching session with me, or you might go on a date, or you might go and meet a friend, or you might go to a meetup group, which is great, and you make some progress, but then you go back to where you started. You don't keep it up. You don't keep that consistency going. You don't keep building that momentum. And then you get stressed out or you get upset that you're not making progress or social anxiety is holding you back. So I really want to remind you that you have to be really careful when you make progress with your social anxiety, and I want you to make progress so badly. That's why I make these videos. That's why I dedicated, well, a big part of my life to teaching and coaching men in this area. Yes, celebrate, that's great. So example, you come to a Fearless event yesterday. I told you guys, I've got nothing but respect. That's fantastic because it takes a lot of courage. But you've got to keep coming to events. If you can't come to my event, go to other events. You can't just face social anxiety once or a couple of times and then expect it to go away. It's not as easy as that. If only life was that easy and success and getting over anxiety, it's a stubborn thing, it's a learnt behaviour. It's a triggering point, it's a fear, it's a psychological fear, and it's an emotional, biological. So you've got to build a habit, and you're not going to build a habit, as you know, by just coming to one Fearless event. You've got to stick at this long term. But of course, I'm not saying judge yourself and beat yourself up, give yourself credit, celebrate, but don't celebrate too much too early, because that's a common mistake people make in life in general. This is why I always make sure, especially when I work with clients on the 6 weeks confidence program, I say, look, right, and I mean this well, don't take it the wrong way. You've made a lot of progress on this program, right? You've gone on a date, you know, you're more confident at work, you're meeting up, that's great. But you've got to keep this up, because if you don't keep it up, the social anxiety is going to come back. You don't want that, I don't want that. And usually my clients will be like, no, you're right. And it was a mistake I made in the earlier days. Like I might do an event, I might do a public talk, I did, and teach, and I'd feel so confident. I think I've overcome my anxiety now. I get comfortable again. A couple of months, it's back again, and I'm feeling nervous, and I'm feeling down. Oh, why have I got the anxiety again? Because I realised I had to keep doing it. So you've got to be consistent. You've got to build a routine. You've got to build a habit, and the key is not to quit when you succeed or when you fail. And what I mean by that is, if you go out and you're really socially confident on a certain day when you're interacting with people, it's women, guys, or both, family, at work, doesn't matter, whatever situation, you must keep doing it. You must not stop because it's going well, because that's a mistake a lot of people make. They get comfortable when they have a success, right? People can do it in business. They make a sale, then they quit, and then they're back to square one. Now, on the other hand, if you go out and you have a really bad time and you get awkward and then you feel down and you beat yourself up and you feel embarrassed, or you couldn't hold eye contact or you got nervous, you have to keep going, because if you don't, I don't want you to go that place, because I've been there and it's not nice, where you're depressed, you're isolated, and all you're doing is beating yourself up. So whether you succeed or fail, you've got to keep going. And if you take this advice, you'll see for yourself, right? But yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming down. Appreciate everyone watching my videos. I really wanted to stress this today, give you this, because I always teach this and remind my paid clients that do my programs about this, whether it's over Zoom or in person, because I know the dangers of making this mistake, because I've made this mistake myself and I've seen people make it, and it can be quite costly to all areas of your life, every area, mental health, confidence. So keep going, now listen, I'm not saying there's some people out there take things to the extreme. I'm not saying that you don't have a rest, of course you do. I'm not saying that you've got to go out every single day and take action and talk to people. I didn't say that. That would probably be a bit too much. But I'm just saying you've got to be consistent. You can't be having like 6 months of isolation on your own, or going to one event every year, or it's not enough. So use common sense, but take my advice. And all of you can do this. I always say it, if you really want to do it, you can do it, all right? Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Confidence Coach Johnny Berber, Fearless.